Pepsi and Coke. It's a rivalry that spanned generations. Each year, the companies try to one-up each other through various promotions and competitions. In the early 1990s, though, a Pepsi promotion in the Philippines led to an unexpected outcome. It all began when a competition called Pepsi Number Fever was announced in February 1992. It was a simple plan. Numbers ranging from 001 to 999 would be printed inside the caps of bottles across the Pepsi range. Certain numbers could be redeemed for prizes which ranged from 100 pesos, about $4 US, to 1 million pesos for a grand prize, roughly $40,000 US in 1992. That grand prize figure is huge because it was equivalent to approximately 23 years of earnings at 118 pesos per day, the minimum wage in the Philippines at the time. The promo was wildly successful, with Pepsi's market share going from 4% to almost 25%. Winning numbers were announced on television nightly, and thousands of people tuned in. By May, 51,000 prizes had been redeemed, including 17 grand prizes. Things were going great until the 25th of May. On that night, the number 349 was drawn, which was a grand prize number. What was supposed to happen with the grand prize numbers was that only 2 caps were printed with the number, along with a security code. Except with the number 349, a computer error meant that 800,000 caps had been printed with the number. Had they been the genuine article, they would have cumulatively been worth 32 billion US dollars. But none of them had the security code, so they were all invalid. That didn't bother the thousands of Filipinos that thought they had struck it rich, though. They rushed to claim their prize but were turned away by Pepsi, who politely explained that without the security code, their caps were invalid. The people wouldn't accept that, though, and so Pepsi went into crisis mode. As a gesture of goodwill, they offered the equivalent of $18 US to holders of mistakenly printed bottle caps. This offer would be accepted by 486,170 people at a cost to PepsiCo of $8,900,000 US dollars, which is the equivalent of 240 million pesos. Many irate bottle cap holders, however, refused to accept the settlement offer, and things began to escalate. They formed a consumer group called the 349 Alliance, which organised a boycott of Pepsi products, and they held rallies outside the offices of PepsiCo and the Philippine government. Most protests were peaceful, but in one instance, 3 Pepsi employees were killed by a grenade thrown into a warehouse in Davao, and a mother and child were killed in Manila by a grenade thrown at a Pepsi truck. Further, PepsiCo executives received death threats, and as many as 37 company trucks were damaged by being pushed over, stoned, or burned. Some accused PepsiCo of hiring mercenaries to stage the attacks in order to frame the protesters as terrorists. Others suggested that the attacks were being perpetrated by rival bottlers attempting to take advantage of Pepsi's vulnerability. In the end, despite hundreds of civil suits and thousands of criminal complaints, the Supreme Court passed down a judgment that said that Pepsi was not liable to pay the amounts printed on the crowns to their holders, nor is Pepsi liable for damages thereon. The Supreme Court put the matter to an end. At the end of everything, Pepsi's total combined losses between physical, legal, and brand reputation costs would top 20 million US dollars. Their market share would plummet and take years to rebound. Of course, promotions have continued in the time since, but I reckon the quality assurance audits are now a lot tighter than they used to be.